Nah, man, not nah, man. I don't want nothing to do with none of your plans, man. None of it. Not in the pandemic. It's that's exactly what I'm here to define. Hold up. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, man. And like I said, a pandemic. Uh, Definition. Uh, Adjectives of a disease prevalent over the whole country or the world. Now, an outbreak of a pandemic disease. So, what gives anything the proper rating to tell an AIDS patient or anything similar to that? Because it's basically saying that, either you can catch it or you bound to catch it. And you can't control it. So, have you got everything under control? Because from the looks of things, there's 3 million people dead or on the verge of going into that. So, with that being said, man, enough with the gimmicks, enough with the politics, because that's what it is right now at this point. Because, like I said, you have no say so. Everybody going, you know what I mean? It's a pandemic. One of the translations, pandemos. Mid 17th century, from Greek pandemos, from panal plus demons, people. Whoa there, whoa there, whoa there. So, in my mind, legitimately, there is no legitimacy. Like I've been saying for months now. I've been trying to give you the sweet part of it, which is a little time. But the reality is here in the definition. So, is it what you want? Or are you just, like I said, all men for themselves? Now, that's not in the law. It's not in your constitution. It's not in there. But it is justifiable in a means of a pandemic. In more ways than one. And like I said, you named it what you wanted to name it. Now it's time to deal with what you named it from. So, salute to that part. Because whether you do this or that or that or this, the pandemic says you was liable to catch it. It's worldwide, all across the world. And like I said, you could be honest, but the definitions people don't really look into. And the definition is basically saying that the world is in trouble. In trouble from deadly diseases. So for you to inflict and say, I'm gonna force this to reopen, I'm gonna force this to do that, and I'm gonna force that, and all this, it has no merit, no structure behind it, no real reality. That's why I said I'm the president from here on out, man. That is justifiable in a way, though. Absolutely. But like I said, you have your way of doing things, and me being the president has his way of doing things. And what was I getting? Oh yeah, deadly news. Yeah, deadly news, man. Cause you figure you can control something by your suggestions, your, gathering of numbers. But the definition of pandemic is just worldwide. So salute to the people that obey. Oh man. To someone that can absolutely catch the same thing that you may catch. So it makes it no better for anyone or anything. It's worldwide. Deadly pandemic. So, looking at it, it's justifiable to, you know what I mean? Embark on horrendous acts. Even down to putting the foot on old boy neck, multiple hanging, shootings, and all the rest of this stuff that's taking place. But, like I said, you have to adjust and wrap your head around it. Even probably tell your little ones. That's why they want to try to take TikTok off and all of this. Like I said before, man, you done lined up some things. Lined it up. And like I said, you can line up whatever you need to line up, lock down whatever you need to lock down. Because you basically, you waiting for what the pandemic gonna do to you. And from the definition of it, it's a deadly disease. So what do we you banking on the future? Or you banking on the past? Or you banking on right now, which is a pandemic? Is you gonna do the things that's necessary in the pandemic or not? Oh man, cause that would be some good news. That would be some good news. Cause like I told you before, I wanted something, but then I said you won't give it to me. So I looked at the definition. The definition gives it to me. So salute to that, man. This is one wonderful country, man. Wonderful. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah.
Out of all three meals, which one do you want to eat?
Wonderful. Beautiful. The way you can use words and define them from Greek 1700s. Ah, salute to Google. Remote learning. Alexander Witness, Bull. I mean, none of this is really mattering. But, like I said, I must go on with my show. Rock the mic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, when it came down to protesters and all that, you ain't had no right with that. Statues and all that, they ain't got no rights either. Ain't nothing got no rights in the middle of a pandemic, man. Nothing. Unless you want to act like it. And that's what's been taking place since the pandemic. Atlanta mayor held news conference while awaiting COVID-19. Like I said, COVID-19 test. It's not whether you wait on a test or not. It's what you do in the pandemic. He wants you to get back to work. Pandemic said it gonna get you whether you at work, walking, anywhere. It's gonna, I mean. But you said you gonna be able to. What you said you gonna be able to do with it? What you saying? I can't hear you. You gotta speak through the pandemic. That's what you gotta do. So I be looking at things. I said, yo, man, I wonder why I be looking at things the way I be looking at them. It said, how you say it? I like specific things, man. You gotta have some flavor to it. Season it well, man. Season it. No end in sight, they say from U.S. today. Well, like I said, man, no end in sight. You can't see natural life. That round, by the way, too. Erie County executive has harsh words. Does it matter? In the era of the following news. In the new era of following news of layoffs. I mean, like I told you before, man. What did I tell you? And then I said, yo, you got to supply and demand. Now, has the pandemic screwed up that? Absolutely. Do you still got to do it? Absolutely. Or you just decide not to. Absolutely. It's up here. It's up here. and do not blame anyone innocent for this, please. Because the way I seen it, I know how it hit worldwide. Well, I think I know how it hit worldwide. Former Fox News anchor Shep Smith heads to CNBC to host evening newscasts. Like I said, you can switch, swap, flip, flop, whatever you need to do. But is it necessary? And will it stop what's already taking place? No, I don't think so. Because it's the inevitable from the definition of a pandemic, man. NBC News video show man thrown out of California restaurant for racist tirade against At this point, you can try whatever you want to try. You understand that? Now, if I think about it correctly, you shouldn't probably try all the things you think of in the times of a pandemic. Question and answers. Umatilla County's dramatic spike from the definition of a pandemic means that it won't stop. It is worldwide. A deadly disease attacking the humans, living things. And like I told you, my little situation that I thought is just, like I said, I thought it was something that was probably a cure, but come to find out this disease has a mutation. And within that mutation, it's uncontrollable. Because the body is fighting it off and causing it to mutate even more. In any living bioorganism, inside the dysfunctional family that gave us Trump. Nah, I don't want to get into no dysfunction. I don't want to get into no body family, none of that. It's a pandemic. It won't even last. One of the definitions of a pandemic, meaning it's like the days of the last. And here it is, you want to enforce that, enforce this, and get back to this, and get back to that. There is nothing to get back to. It's all my predictions before this today definition, because I was like, yo man, keep throwing this word around, pandemic. Let me look it up. And when I looked it up, I was disturbed because I said to myself, no wonder what's taking place and all of this speculation behind it. And and like I said, man, and every right. It is justifiable. Columnist Margaret Sullivan starts out in a vibrant local newspaper. I'm explaining it to you. But, like I said, you may have to look up the definition for yourself, which is a pandemic. Like I said, if I have to continue giving the world the reality of what majority of the world want to hide from them. Let me see if I get this music back, because like I said before, there's innocent people who have to get sick with diseases for someone to control their outlook on life. And is it justifiable in any way? Because you still haven't came up with a plan Trump's niece's book is out. You see, we doing everything but getting that pandemic off our backs because it's impossible from the definition of a pandemic. And I'm surprised nobody so-called above me said anything. I'm really disgusted, man. Because I look at the innocent lives that haven't even got a chance to live through their life yet. And they have to deal with a deadly disease that may kill them. So everyone is fighting for their life currently, in the moment, currently, and no one has an answer to why this is taking place. Where is it coming from? My answers aren't justifiably good enough for the Nobel Peace Prize or the Man of the Year award. Huh? You say something? But I think, like I said, my additive is keeping things afloat for the momentarily. I don't want to accept it, but hey, man, something had to give. An open letter to the Stanford community and the Stanford athletes. See, my whole thing is with titles, all of that got eliminated with the pandemic. You ain't got no, you know what I mean? All equal, like we say, all equal to death. And what little left of life there is. So, when it boils down to it, do you tell a, you know what I mean, person on their deathbed what fun and how much? Like if the doctor told you you had 24 hours to live, and after that 24 hours you get, you know what I mean, death, what would you do? Because that's what this pandemic is like, from the definition of it. So, salute to all of the diabolical minds out there. But like I said, it's coming to an end. Why? Because it's allegedly, I ain't gonna say allegedly, the definition of it is pandemic. So, you don't gotta believe me, but I will say this. I'm gonna do everything in my powers. Everything in my powers to try to avoid whatever pandemic-able part there is. Recap of New Mexico COVID-19 news. Like I said, COVID-19, you call it whatever you want. It's a pandemic. And like I said, you want to put this on, put that on. They can slow things down, but it's inevitable from the definition. Fox News host Brian Kilmeade says President Trump daily briefs. Wait for it. Are like a mini novel, but they're written for quick readers. You gotta understand this, man. A lot of subliminal shots. Somebody want that. I said, nah. Just wait. Patriot News. Blitz 7/8. Burkhead rework still. Listen, you can talk about as much as you want to talk about, but the reality is, things around you are either dying or getting captured or some type of tragedy is happening. And I got full aware of all of that, man. Because things are at a standstill in the middle of what seems to be something that can kill them. Man. And I said to myself, well, how do you actually avoid all of that? You put your trust in the government? Do you put on that it's going to take care of itself? Well, if that's the case, then so be it, man. With that being said, peace. I gotta go.